Gilbert Arenas Gilbert didn't wait until retirement to start losing his mind. He was already spiraling mid-contract. On the court, elite bucket. Off the court, Hall of Fame level chaos. Let's start with the locker room incident. He brought multiple guns into the Wizards facility. Why? A card game, a $1,000 bet, turned into a real-life standoff. He laid out 4 guns in teammate Javaris Crittenton's locker and said, "Pick one." Crittenton pulled one back. Security was called. Everyone froze. It wasn't practice anymore. It was a deleted GTA mission. David Stern suspended them both. Gilbert responded by miming finger guns during warm-ups. Told you, psycho energy. But that wasn't the end. It was just the first act. After retirement, he doubled down, went on Instagram Live and started flaming WNBA players, mocked their skills, called them names, posted wild rants like it was open mic night for internet trolls. Then he casually bragged about cheating on his girlfriend dozens of times, like he was listing career stats. He started filming food reviews, not paid content. Just Gilbert and boxers reviewing gas station snacks like they were Michelin meals. He once posted, "I just want to see if I can go viral for being ignorant." Spoiler alert, he could, and he did. At this point, Gilbert's brain is like his jump shot, sometimes on fire, sometimes in the parking lot. He wasn't a villain, he wasn't a hero, he was a walking plot twist. Delonte West Delonte's story isn't chaotic funny, it's just sad. Back in the day, he was a solid combo guard, smart passer, gritty defender, could knock down the mid-range, had chemistry with LeBron in Cleveland, even helped push the Cavs to the playoffs. Underrated, reliable, played hard. But once the final buzzer sounded on his NBA career, everything started to fall apart. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, but the league didn't exactly have a mental health safety net in 2011. No therapy teams, no structure, just silence. And the silence got loud. He burned through his NBA earnings fast, like really fast. Bad investments, legal fees, personal drama. By 2016, rumors started flying. Was Delonte broke? Was he okay? Then came the photos. 2020. He's seen barefoot, standing on a median in Dallas holding a cardboard sign. Dirty clothes, wild beard, eyes like he hadn't slept in a week. The internet did what it always does. Memes, jokes. LeBron's stepdad jokes came back until it wasn't funny anymore because it wasn't just one bad day. It was a full-blown spiral. That's when Mark Cuban stepped in. Yes, billionaire owner of the Mavericks, tracked Delonte down, pulled up to a gas station, picked him up personally, paid for his rehab, got him into a recovery program, did what the league never did, actually helped. For a while, it looked like a comeback story. Delonte even got a job at a rehab facility, helping others fight addiction and mental health issues. He was smiling again, playing pickup, training with young players. But then, it happened again. 2022, arrested after a drunken incident at a police station. 2024, arrested again. Same cycle. Same pain, same broken system. Every time it looks like he's healing, something drags him back. He didn't go psycho for headlines. He wasn't chasing chaos. He just never got the right kind of help at the right time. This isn't a fall-off story. It's a warning, because the NBA has no safety net. And when the lights go out, players like Delonte don't fade quietly. They shatter. Latrell Sprewell. Latrell Sprewell didn't wait for retirement to become chaos. He was already throwing hands in practice. This man literally choked his coach, hands around the throat like it was a WWE moment during a Warriors practice. Why? Because the coach told him to put more effort in, and he did. Just not the kind they expected. But somehow that didn't end his career. Nope, he came back, made an all-star team, played in the finals, the league moved on, then came Minnesota. They offered him a 3-year, $21 million contract, a decent bag for a player on the back end of his prime. He turned it down. Why? "I got a family to feed." One of the most legendary and absolutely insane quotes in NBA history. Bro, that family better be dining on private jets and gold-plated cereal. He never got another NBA contract again. That was it. And after retirement, that's when the real spiral started. He lost his mansion. He lost his yacht. He got sued for missing child support payments for 4 different kids. It was like watching a millionaire go speedrun mode on self-destruction. There's broke, and then there's I lost a yacht broke. Sprewell went from poster dunks to courtrooms, from Sports Center to eviction notices. He had intensity, he had talent, but once the game stopped, the fire just burned everything down. Latrell didn't just choke a coach, he choked his future. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was the definition of culture. Tattoos, cornrows, swagger, a walking mixtape with a killer crossover. He didn't play basketball. He made it an act of rebellion. And the league, it hated him for it, until they realized he sold jerseys better than anyone else. But after retirement, that killer crossover couldn't fake out the real world. He earned over $200 million during his career, but by 2012, he was broke. Not just had to sell the chain, broke. We're talking court filings, unpaid debts, and eviction notices. Why? He blew cash like it was a halftime Gatorade. Jewelry, cars, houses, entourages, full rockstar lifestyle. His friends weren't just passengers, they were passengers in Bentleys he was paying for. In court, a judge asked him why he couldn't pay child support. AI responded, "I don't even have money for a cheeseburger." From MVP to McDonald's budget. That's how fast it flipped. And here's the kicker. Reebok had stashed $32 million for him in a trust fund, but he couldn't touch it until 2030. So while AI was dodging debt collectors, he technically had millions, frozen in time. Today, he's turned a corner, kind of. He shows up to Sixers games, he hugs fans, gives speeches, but there's always that tension, that what could have been feeling in the air. AI didn't just lose money. He lost the control he fought so hard for his entire life. Paul Pierce, the truth, Celtics legend, finals MVP, then he retired and decided to become the most chronically unfiltered ex-player on the internet. ESPN gave him a job. He gave them chaos. He started going off script. Wild takes, passive-aggressive digs, but they held on. Until the Instagram Live. He went live from what looked like a low-budget casino party. Poker chips, alcohol, exotic dancers, no filter. ESPN fired him the next day. He laughed, said, "I was tired of them anyway," then doubled down, started posting more parties, more girls, more I don't care energy. He called himself the happiest man alive, but behind the sunglasses and strippers was a weird sadness, because instead of transitioning to legacy, he became a meme. Paul went from the truth to the risk-it-all legend in one viral clip. Shawn Kemp. Shawn Kemp was a beast, a walking poster dunk with enough power to crack backboards and egos. But post-NBA Kemp, that's a whole different stat sheet. He had 7 kids with 6 women by the time he was 30. He was getting served more paternity suits than playoff wins. The spending? Insane. Cars, mansions, parties. The classic 90s baller downfall. Then came the legal problems. Drugs, arrests. Then in 2023, recently, Kemp was arrested in a drive-by shooting, allegedly. He claimed it was self-defense after someone stole his stuff. Police said otherwise. Kemp went from flying down the lane to driving up to felony charges. The case got dropped. Lucky, but the image was already burned in. The Rain Man became a reminder of how fast you can fall. Antoine Walker. Antoine Walker made $108 million in his career. He filed for bankruptcy 3 years after retiring. How? Simple. Real estate scams, bad friends, zero budgeting, and gambling. Lots of it. One day, he's an all-star. Next day, he's auctioning off his championship ring. He once said, "I tried to take care of too many people." Reality check. Taking care of everyone usually means you can't take care of yourself. Walker now does financial literacy tours. Not because he's a guru, because he's the warning sign. Ron Artest, Metta World Peace, Metta Sandiford Artest. One name couldn't hold him, neither could one personality. Ron Artest was chaos with a jump shot. He drank Hennessy at halftime during games. Literally. Told reporters that. No shame. Then came Malice at the Palace. The most psycho brawl in NBA history. He jumped into the stands and started swinging. The NBA suspended him for 86 games. That's almost an entire season gone. After that, he changed his name, then changed it again, from Ron Artest to Metta World Peace to Metta Sandiford Artest. Each version got weirder. He thanked his psychiatrist in a post-championship interview and once applied to play professional football just for fun. He's not a villain, just a walking identity crisis with a mean elbow.